In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the top 5 things that you need to do the day before your immigration interview so that you're fully prepared to crush it and do your best. My name is Josh Goldstein and I'm an immigration lawyer. I help people across the country and around the world reach their immigration goals. I'm here to give you useful information that will actually help you do much better in the immigration process. And I'm also here to inspire you. And there's nothing more important than your immigration interview. This video is part of a series we're calling the Ultimate Guide to Immigration Interviews. We're diving into every single aspect of immigration interviews to give you your best shot at doing well at these interviews. In today's video, we're talking about the top 5 things you have to do the day before the interview. These are last-minute tips to help you be prepared. The very first thing that you need to do before your immigration interview, your last minute thing, is to review your applications. I can't tell you how many people mess this one up. Take all the forms that you filled out to apply for your immigration benefit, whether it's your asylum application, your green card application, your visa application, whatever it is, print them out and review them carefully. Go through all the questions. They're going to be asking you many of the questions on the immigration forms. And you need to know this information cold. If you review your applications, you'll be fully prepared for these questions. The second thing you need to do on the day before your immigration interview is to organize all your documents. Make sure you have them and that you have access to them and that you're familiar with them and you know where they are so you can easily give them to the officer if requested. And one of the most annoying things that people do, and I don't know why they do this, is they take each of their immigration documents and they put them in these plastic folders, and they're very hard to get the documents out of these plastic binders. Don't do that. Just have the paper stacked up so that you can easily give it to the officer if requested. Make sure you have all of your documents so that you're not stressed out the day before the interview and you're not running around looking for the documents right before you're supposed to leave. Get your documents organized. Number 3, you need to go through the logistics. Do you have the address for the interview? Do you know where the interview is going to be? Do you know how long it's going to take to get to the interview? Could there be traffic? You need to work through all these sorts of logical steps that it's going to take you to get to that interview. I often recommend that clients stay at a hotel next to where the interview is going to be conducted. Now, this depends on your circumstance. It might not be appropriate, but if you have a long drive ahead of you or there could be traffic or something like that, then you might consider a hotel room. I'll give you a story where one of my clients, his interview was at 10 o'clock. So he booked a flight. He'd be flying in the morning of the interview. I said, "Do you really think that's a good idea?" He said, "Yes, we're going to make this work." And guess what happened? The flight was canceled and was delayed. He missed the interview and that caused a huge headache. Don't be that person. I always put the interview notice the day before the interview. I put it in my suit jacket so that when I go to the office, I already have the interview notice. These are the little things that will make your life so much easier. Number 4, you should practice common interview questions. Go through the questions on the forms. That will give you many of the questions that they're going to be asking you. And then go through some of the other questions. If you're going for a green card through marriage, for example, there could ask you,
how did you meet your spouse? When did you decide to get married? What are some things that you like to do together?
They're going to ask you questions about your spouse, about your personal life, about your relationship, about your courtship, your future plans together. They're going to try to see if your marriage relationship is genuine. If your case is about employment-based immigration, they could be asking you about your educational background, the job that you have with your employer, how that's going to work. They could be asking you all sorts of questions about your professional background. This is important that you know this information and you have these questions ready in your mind. Finally, number 5, you need to get a great night's sleep. There is nothing that's going to help you be less stressed and be sharper mentally than a good night's sleep. And I know that's hard to do when something stressful is coming around, but it's very important for your mental acuity and your ability to do well at the interview that you get a good night's sleep. If you stay up late cramming, you're not going to be the best version of yourself. You're going to go into the interview and you're going to be anxious. So get a good night's sleep, fully prepare, follow these steps, and follow our content for more tips. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below.